Hey kid, you want some Clone Wars content?
Jesus Christ.
How about a Mace Windu Rework? I can hear you!
What does my life come to?
So we got the B2 Super Battle Droid as the monthly login awards, and you might be like, oh no, why are you making this video? It's just the login award. Well, kid, if you've been following for a while, the login award has at least indicated the direction the month is heading. Every single month, it pretty much indicated Sith were coming, that we're gonna get the Grievous Rework and all this other stuff, as I'm showing right now, because I make this video literally every single month, and it's a good indication on what to look forward to in the future, because it looks like KOTOR is gonna slow down for a little bit. We know that he who shall not be named version 2.0 Darth Malik is probably gonna come to the game one day, but it looks like it might take a little break now that Darth Revan came into the game, and we literally had a year straight of KOTOR content. And I'm going to turn your attention to this right here. Oh, remember the good feeling when General Grievous was coming to the game with the rework? Oh man, how naive we were to think it was going to be something bigger. But as we see right here, we're going to start our conversation with this paragraph right here. As Carrie said in her last Road Ahead blog post, they've given a lot of attention to various aspects of the universe in the past 2 years, particularly the original trilogy and the Old Republic, especially the Old Republic. With the return of the Clone Wars animation show coming later on this year, we are excited to explore more content from the Clone Wars animated series. So we're gonna talk about a lot of things. I think a couple of big things can happen this month, especially with Star Wars Celebration happening in my hometown, my city that I go to every single day, Chi-Town, Chi-City, the 312. I think we might get some cool stuff. We know that General Grievous and his rework came at probably one of the worst times in the game with Jedi Knight Revan owning everything, and how broken Jolee was with Jedi Knight Revan. It was very hard to break Jedi Knight Revan. We were hoping Grievous is going to get kind of the HK-47 kit that he has, and HK-47 is a monster against Jedi, and unfortunately, General Grievous, I mean, we're not going to sugarcoat it. It was definitely one of the biggest letdowns we've had in a while in Galaxy Wars. So the question is, could he get a second rework or maybe some ability changes or upgrades to his current droids that he have? And the answer is actually right here in a post that Carrie responded to on Reddit. And on Reddit, there was this huge thread going on with some angry people, and Carrie took the time to respond to a lot of these concerns. And one of them, someone asked, are tweaks really off the table, in response to the General Grievous Rework and his crew? And Carrie, in response to that, the big top brass over at Capital Games, says that tweaks are never off the table. The game is it's a live game. They're constantly making changes, and they're going to be doing some monitoring over the course of Grievous's addition to the game to see if changes might be needed. So right there, I mean, obviously it's not a direct answer, but the possibility is not completely off the table. So General Grievous could very well maybe get a couple of things, maybe not necessarily a full rework once more, because he's okay, he's better than before. It's just the problem is he has a lot of things that damages his crew. First of all, this unique ability, it's dangerous. It's super dangerous. And the other problem is right here is that the B1 Battle Droid dies off way too quickly between plagues and then Grievous chewing away at the B1 Battle Droid. It's actually funny, Grievous, in my opinion, was better when B1 Battle Droid came out and before the Grievous Rework, because Grievous's survivability was super high because he wasn't chewing away at the B1 Battle Droid. If they don't rework Grievous, they don't rework the droids, or just tweak them, I should say. Another thing they could do is add new droids to the game. So I remember when I showed you guys when they did this developer interview on a podcast, the Galactic War Report, they kind of brought up the idea of that they don't know what's going to be the next droid off the Separatist droid factory line. So a very good possibility we might get some more droids. If you follow the Battlefront 2 community, they're bringing in the new Commando droid over to that game. So there's a very good possibility that maybe they just need a new Separatist droid added to the Grievous crew to make the team a lot more competitive. We haven't really just found like one thing that Grievous really shines in so far. Nothing really in the raids so far. Grand Arena Territory Wars, he's just decent. So I don't know if they ever want to make this faction something that's a bit more shiny and something that's cooler than what it is right now. But adding new droids, tweaking some of the current abilities, or reworking one of the previous ones completely could happen. Or there's a possibility that these other Separatists could get a rework, because B2 Super Battle Droid, keep in mind, he's a droid, he's a separatist droid, and he's a separatist. So 3 tags right there, basically, and the organic life forms of the separatists, ranging from Count Dooku to Asajj Ventress to all the Geonosians. All these guys didn't get any sort of separatist synergy. They don't have any separatist synergy. The separatist synergy really finally started with General Grievous and the B1 Battle Droid and whatnot, but all these other guys, they have nothing in their kits that kind of tie in to make the separatists usable with them. And I would love to see any of this stuff that I'm about to say. First of all, the clone troopers. Now, I'm not going to look too much into this, but remember when I was talking to you guys about the difficulty of the Darth Revan event, and Carrie was responding to a bunch of people that I kind of sent over her way on Twitter, and then there's the whole conversation of clones that came up, and then she kind of joked a little bit, perhaps, as Mick Mole kind of put a meme up or something, and Carrie responded, "The time has, parentheses, not yet come." So there's a possibility the cloned troopers will get a rework at sometimes, but the time hasn't yet come, and that was a tweet from last month. So there's a possibility that in this month of April, since we're kind of sticking to this Clone Wars idea, assuming that they want to do more Clone Wars stuff and not Knights of the Old Republic and the original trilogy, there's a possibility that these clone troopers could get some reworks completed. But this guy right here, Mace freaking Windu, and his invincible ass alt need to get a rework. Now, Mace Windu, if you haven't been playing the game for a long time, this guy already got like a couple of reworks, and they didn't do anything to make him a lot better. I mean, like, for example, Shatterpoint, he can apply Expose to someone, but if there's a taunting character in front of him, well, you're not going to be able to get around and hit the person with Expose. A lot of problems with Mace Windu. Honestly, he's one of the, like, if you're just coming to the game and you don't watch my videos or understand the game, I know a lot of people probably gravitate towards farming Windu, thinking he's good, but honestly, he's one of the worst characters in the game, except for those territory war bonuses that pop up once in a while. Anakin Skywalker, my goodness, I mean, it'd be great to see him get a rework. And another point I'm going to bring up soon is that maybe we could be building up some legendaries to lead to like a journey type of event. And everyone talks about, in regards to Anakin, we need some sort of dark side heroes fall journey. And I think that's something that should happen this year. I know the developers are well aware of it. I told them like 5 times in person whenever I visited them that, yo, we gotta get on a hero's fall journey, and Anakin Skywalker falling to the dark side, seeing his whole journey progress from the beginning all the way to him just slaying younglings. Whew, that'd be a fun event, and he would have Sith synergy and Empire synergy. Oh my goodness, it'd be so much fun to see that. But even besides the hero's fall journey, it'd be great to see characters like Anakin Skywalker get better. And then in regards to Kenobi, I mean, Kenobi has been the most well-designed character that has stood up the test of time. Not anything has been done to this guy besides gear level changes over time that they added. He has been literally the perfect character that has sustained everything almost, except like Night Sisters, basically, since his release back in 2016 that this guy was added. Holy cow. They very well could add a Zeta to him if they do some other reworks on the Jedi. I mean, Kenobi's already amazing without the Zeta. I can't imagine how much better he'd get with the Zeta, but it'd be great to see Kenobi just get a little facelift. Or in regards to Kenobi, what they could do, if you look at the splash cover, when you log into the game, you see all these cool characters on there. We basically have almost every single character on this page except Episode 3 Master Kenobi. And if we see Episode 3 Master Kenobi get added to the game, you better believe it that a hero's fall journey for Anakin Skywalker is bound to happen. And of course, kind of like how I teased the idea about maybe new droids or new separatists being added for the separatist faction this month, they could very well start adding some new Galactic Republic characters, because if you want to build up to Anakin Skywalker's fall to the dark side, we need a lot of things. Obviously, we need the Episode 3 Master Kenobi we see on Mustafar. We're going to need, obviously, Padme Amidala, because she was obviously a big part for Anakin's internal troubles he was having, which led him over to the dark side. And maybe, who knows, Darth Sidious rework. There's just so many other things that were so important for Anakin Skywalker's journey from being a Jedi and then falling to the dark side. So I'm guessing we should probably expect some maybe legendary Clone Wars content, because besides Grandmaster Yoda, we haven't really had any like major legendaries or events that have a Clone Wars type of character. So we need a lot of stuff. We're going to build up to some sort of like Jedi Knight Revan-esque type of Clone Wars character. We need to lay down the foundation. So there's got to be a lot of foundation that needs to be laid if we're going to lead to probably arguably one of the most important journeys of this game is going to be Anakin Skywalker. But Territory Battles is probably the stalest event in the game right now. It's mostly just a chore for most people, and it's probably about time to add some more stuff, because a while ago they talked about how territory battles is kind of like the blueprint for adding new stuff in the future, and we haven't really had anything new, even new characters added to the guild event store, like, you know, Hermit Yoda or Wampa. And I think what could be really cool is that they add some sort of territory battles Geonosis map, or just something Clone Wars related. And that, I mean, and they're kind of like how we have our dark side territory battles, light side territory battles for Hoth. Very well could be that they could add a dark side territory battle for Geonosis and have, like, you know, for example, a separatist battle that you got to do, or a Jedi battle, or anything of that sort. So there's a lot of stuff we need for territory battles, because that's like one of the stalest content in the game right now. So we could probably see something there as well. Well, you might be asking yourself, what's the probability that something big could happen or be announced this month? And I'd say the probability is kind of high, because in my town that I go to every single day, the big 312 Chicago Star Wars Celebration is happening in about 2 weeks or so. And it's been confirmed that Galaxy of Heroes is going to have a booth or an exhibit on the floor for the Star Wars Celebration event. And you might be like, oh, well, that's just probably customary that they show up just to be there because they're Star Wars. But if you guys have ancient memory like me, at Star Wars Celebration back in 2017 in Orlando, Jesse Anderson, who used to be the community manager for Galaxy of Heroes, now he's the community manager for Anthem. Good for him. As you see, they had a booth over at Star Wars Celebration back then in 2017 for Star Wars Celebration. There, they did a whole like panel thing where they did like a question answer thing and whatnot, and they announced that they're gonna add 2 fan favorite characters to Galaxy of Heroes for May and June. So, and those 2 characters they announced were R2-D2 and then Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum were added to the game. So there's a very good possibility that in Star Wars Celebration, which they are going to, that they could do another one of these where they confirm something's going to happen, either just say something like this, that something's going to happen big in the next month or so, or they might just plainly say what's going to be added for characters, or they might confirm a brand new event coming to the game. A lot of stuff could be happening. So keep your eyes peeled for Star Wars Celebration. I might be going there, might be able to see whatever might be happening in person, or I just might go there, say hi, and do go about my day. I'm excited for whatever might be coming for Galaxy of Heroes. And with Star Wars Celebration right around the corner in Chicago, I'm really looking forward to whatever they might be hopefully confirming at that event, because I really need me some Clone Wars era content, ladies and gentlemen. Comment down below. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think the B2 Login Award means something? If you do, what does it mean? Are you part of those naysayers I see every single month that says, oh, the Login Award doesn't mean anything, and then it does mean something? I know who you are, people. Like the video if you did enjoy it. Comment down below on all your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing, because April might be a fun month, and we'll talk again very soon. Peace out.
Party Richter, Party Richter. Down, 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 down. Party Richter, Party Richter. Son of a bitch. Party Richter, Party Richter. Down, down, down.